Welcome to Ellie Goldsmith's Inspired Flow. We are at a rooftop in the holy city of Jerusalem. Thank God, on a sunny day. It's been so much rain, it's been overwhelming. And as we all know, this is the new month of Shvat is coming. It's an opportunity, whoever knows the songs of Happy New Year, for the trees and for the sap that begins to rise, and renewed life and energy that starts to come back into the world, for the spring to enter and all that rebirth that brings. And as we are reading in the Parshiyos of leaving Egypt and the birth of the Jewish nation, we're also trying to give birth to a new energy and action in real time and to our unity projects. So today's wonderful Inspired Flow is all about how I'm reaching out through this podcast to everybody else who's listening, to share to another 10 people who's listening, to another 10 people who's listening, and hopefully we'll get some sort of, not pyramid, but some sort of like hashbar tova, like the rain that came down, a lot of positive influence out there about how we can scale this wonderful project. Basically what I'm saying is, I have a framework of wonderful artists. There's always ability to add more, but what we'd like to do is rebrand the logo, the blog, build it into a proper website that you can be interactive with, and we'd like to include acts that are more already international and build a following that can then obviously help pick up all the bands that we already have to a higher level, including Thank God Innocent Black and all the other good ones that I believe in, and I want them to have opportunities. I need promoters, I need program directors, I need CEOs of different camps and other organizations that we've reached out to and haven't yet reached out to. I need you guys to start like hearing and building and booking and sharing with friends. This needs to scale. The artists, the musicians, the creative speakers, they're definitely up to date on theme people. We just had Yonatan Galen in Tel Aviv, and it was amazing watching him as a rabbi, like be able to communicate there in English, even though he's Spanish speaking, and he has ability to really make a difference there. And that was like an unbelievable opportunity for the Tel Aviv crowd to enter into his world. And we can do many, many, many more events like this on a daily level, on a weekly level. And we have, thank God, all kinds of different people that we're connected to. Even if they're not listed yet, we can definitely reach out to a larger range of inspirational people. But we need everybody around and around to build this. I need the sponsorship, the investment. I'm reaching out to a few friends, and it's not an easy thing to seek out that kind of stuff from people that you're connected with. So I'm asking everybody to who's listening to think about it, because remember what the mission statement is, that unity is something which is lacking in a big way nowadays. And all the artists, all the speakers, they're all unity focused people. They're all people that are creative in a way that only inspires good energy, that brings people together. Like right now, coming out this week, we've got Motherland Bounce from Listen Black, and we just had Mordechai Ben Avram put out the MLK, Martin Luther King themed post on a video with the Pulse, and it's all coming together, this concept of unity between the black community and Jewish community, and that's just one element of unity that's needed. There's unity just within the Jewish world, between the religious, not religious, between the Baal Tshuva and the Frum. There's all different ways, between men and women, in terms of, the different gaps. And we've got Esther now. I'd love to have her have opportunities to perform in lots of camps. People, thank God, did reach out. I'm just waiting to confirm. It'd be nice to see like how it all comes together. And a big post I put out this week, already starting the week, is just being patient. I'm not going to give up. I know that there's a tremendous ability to unify and to use my skills to make, with God's help, a lot of difference in the world, through unification. Like I thank God, I grew up in a family with big, huge promotional events that did affect the world, the music business and the charity world, and in a large way, in a noticeable way. And fine, it's hard to build off such a big legacy, but if we have, the internet, we have such a globalization now. Like, I do believe that through communication and through constantly putting the message there is ability. And how does it relate into, what the Jewish people are going through in Egypt, that we had to join together to leave, to make this big difference, to make this revolution. We had to go out of our comfort zone and leave the Egypt, the Mitzrayim, and enter into a new realm of being the chosen nation to light up the world. So not to be above anybody, but to be chosen to light everyone up, to inspire unity and unification of God's name and oneness of love and truth and all the good things that we care about. And it's a big obstacle, that self-belief, because you think, just give me like one of these better paying jobs and I'll just shut my mouth and don't have to involve in any projects or any dreams or aspirations, and I'll just pay my bills somewhat and survive and just be like part of society and all its problems and make no effort to make a change. But all of us can make a change. All of us can go beyond our limitations of what we imagined. We're so underestimated, we're so undervalued, we have so much to offer. I know myself, and I know that the people who are listening and the people that care about these kind of projects, the artists. So I even have like a basic plan. A very good friend of mine didn't really understand it the way I understood it, which is fair enough, because it definitely, in the business world, there's definitely better ways of making money. But the point is that it's not just about making money, it's about building something which is beyond that. And I need the help. And I know that that is part of the humility that I have to reach out to organizations and people who do have abilities. And nevertheless, I'm still going ahead, thank God. And there are bookings going on. Thank God we got Purim, hopefully some bookings for Nissim, and the end of Pesach is still available. I'm pushing it out there. Put out a camp tour. We already, thank God, did close a few bookings for the camp in the summertime, but we'd like to do more events then. And thank God, Nissim Black is leading the way amongst all the different people, and he's always been someone who's been most successful that I've been involved with. But it'd be nice to see the opportunity to help build up the smaller acts and the different kinds of opportunities of speaking, and we're all here together in this world to develop each other's sphere of influence, that it should grow in a positive direction, because in the end, eventually our children are going to be consuming content, and mine already are, and I want it to be content that's positive and enables them. And the only way that we can keep putting out good content is as a constant source of events and income and investment from the Jewish community at large and the world. The world needs this just as much. They need to see music and experiences of unity, and not just like people talking about it, but we need to actually create those experiences. And I'm available still for the Emunah tour for Rav Arush, and I'm putting it out there again and again. I'm not going to give up. I definitely believe, if you listen to Emunah's Our Future tour, in the Emunah and the power of the tours that we are getting opportunities to hopefully do in the next 6 to 10 months. And I want to be open to the potential to assist everybody, and I'm happy to see around other people are, thank God, developing their tours and their opportunities, and that's part of the general growth, that we all need to be happy for each other and build each other. And that is the key to going out of our mini exiles and the larger exile, that we join together, because with Ba'achdus, with unity, with 2 + 2 = 10 = 100 = 1,000,000, as Stephen Covey brought down synergization, and it's an obvious truth that we can just join together. There's tremendous power and energy, and create a revolution of unity in the world. And I wish everybody a wonderful rest of the week. Thank God it's the beginning of a new week here in the Holy Land, and I'm happy to be sharing this with you guys. Can't wait to hear from you. Please see below how you can be in contact and invest, sponsor and develop and share and book and get to people who can create events and be our messengers of good and unity. Have a wonderful day. All the best.